Hello everybody, Shadow here, and welcome back to the Somnium Files, nirvanA Initiative. So, I had to experience the happy Chikara thing again, because when you open the game, it gives you a little recap of the recent things that happened, and that was included among one of them. And I'm like, really? Okay. So yeah, before we start talking to people, I'm gonna do this. When you think of Akiba, what do you think of? Huh. Honestly, to be honest, I thought of both Maid Cafe and Electronics Store both equally about. Mostly because of certain games. Oh. I'm gonna say... I guess technically Maid Cafe was probably my very first thought. So that's probably the answer I should go with. So yeah, why not? You understandy, we go to Sunfish Pocket together. Okay. Sure. Why not? Okay, we get +3 to loving. Wow. That's kind of surprising. Sorry, I'm checking something on my phone. Alright, that's done. Alright, cool. 11 loving. Okay. Alright. Now to see what's going on here. A pond? What should I call this? A pond, maybe? Well, it's sure not a river. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about it? It's entirely in motion. We'll go with pond for now. It's entirely in motion. It's a pond. It's a river.
Why would they make something like this indoors?
To show off their vast amounts of wealth.
Who knows?
There's a waterfall. Usually, if it's needlessly extravagant, it's to flex their amount of money. There's a big window here. Statues. There's a strange statue. Wow.
That's the non-upal X, the symbol of knives.
Okay.
Non-upal means consisting of 9.
I see.
You know how there's single, double, triple?
Right.
Non-upal is the 9th.
So
Fair.
non-upal X means 9 X's?
Seems so.
Okay.
Did you know that Nizadlaws is derived from 9-exed lozenge?
Interesting.
Lozenge referring to a diamond shape.
Okay.
In other words, Nizadlaws means the 9 X's of the diamond.
Ah. I see. That's a glass doll. I'm gonna talk to my good buddy first.
Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard.
Okay.
I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year. But he was a piece of human garbage.
Right.
Slugged him in the face and resigned. Then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me.
Nice. Good for you.
Something funny. There, I said it.
I like you.
Your badge.
That's something phony.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
Do I wink sync right now? Sure. Let's wink sync. Why not? Oh no.
Heat of the moment thing. But I ended up quitting my job. I don't regret punching that scumbag, but
Okay.
what am I going to do now? I've got 10 children to think about.
10 children!
What? A job? With the conditions I requested? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do anything, as long as it's not illegal.
Dang! What is with me finding out that characters in this game have children? And just
I was
like,
only hired recently.
you know, that's... Congratulations! Even though 10, that's a lot of work. So clearly you've had them for a while.
I don't know much about it, really.
Or you adopted them all. Which is valid. Okay, let me look at... There's a glass doll here. It's an office desk. Bum. Okay, I think I've explored every option. Except for the houseplants. Gotta remember the houseplants. Okay, now we can talk about this.
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, NICE is a secret organization hidden from the public.
Okay.
That's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Yeah, seems that way.
Even after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy. The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
Okay.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy.
Well, thank you.
That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
Okay.
Anyway, I was surprised. I had heard of NICE, the secret organization,
Right.
but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us.
Right.
Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space.
Ah.
But that's all nonsense.
Okay.
Made up
So what do
stories
you
that
do?
become more and more embellished as they were passed on.
Fair enough.
Rumors are quite a terrifying thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
NICE is a perfectly legitimate ideological society. Our headquarters are located in New York,
Oh.
with many branches in cities throughout the world.
Very fancy.
This is one such branch.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Sorry, I had to check something again. I'm getting distracted, probably because I left Discord open on my other monitor. But I can't check it with my mouse because I'm full screening this game.
This is a common misconception, but NICE is not a religious organization.
Got it.
We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
Interesting.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something.
Okay.
That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program. And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a
Sorry,
cloth, it will unravel.
I don't
and the
know why I
whole will
was
be
doing that.
created.
It's because they're a game. It's a game, and they're talking about it being a simulation. It's like you're onto something. You just might not ever know it.
Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated.
Okay.
That is our ultimate goal.
This old hack has completely lost it.
I'm not sure about that. How
The
will you?
intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can
The
occur.
warp and width?
I don't understand.
Yeah, you're gonna have
will
to
someday.
define those.
It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled.
So it
eventually.
is a cult. Well, you better let me
What is
ask the
that?
other questions.
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
Okay. So you're just showing me that?
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it.
Okay.
Indeed. I had my subordinates create that video.
Why?
Bats 490 was an ARG. Just a game.
Okay.
But there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within.
I see.
We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it.
Okay.
The purpose was to recruit them into NICE.
Interesting.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to NICE. I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate Bats 490.
Okay.
What do you think, Tama?
Hard to say on that alone.
Is she lying?
Do you mean the man from Horodori Institute of Genetics?
Yes.
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Shikara is under arrest?
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see.
So, again,
Shikara
about your
is a
relationship
former
with
member
them.
of NICE.
Former? I'm surprised that you let people be former members without also being dead former members.
Though this was over 20 years ago.
Wow. Wow.
When he
Dang.
left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
What?
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from NICE. You could say they are a sect.
Okay.
The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society.
Sounds like the same thing to me, to be honest.
Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Interesting.
Then how did Chikara know that NICE created Bats 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from NICE.
Okay.
Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Approximately, yes.
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th.
Okay.
I returned to Tokyo late last night.
Cool.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, her smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
Okay.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
That is a valid point, Tama. Thank you. Alright, how we doing?
By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
Go ahead.
What is it?
Are you perhaps a Freyr?
Freyr?
Oh no. We're only a few hours in and we're starting to get into these titles. And to be honest, I am 100% on board. Like a lot of people memed the heck out of oh gosh, what even was it? Oh gosh, why can't I remember the name that Zero Time Dilemma introduced for people? Let's just go. We can probably. Are you serious? That's really the. Oh no! Why is that? Okay. Why is that the second result when you type Zero Escape Sigma? Right. Shifters. Right? That's what he called them. Because in Zero Time Dilemma, they introduced, I believe, shifters as a name for people who were able to jump between timelines. And a lot of the fan base really memed the heck out of them introducing a short, snappy name for that. And to be honest, I kind of always liked it. It, like, sure, it's maybe a little silly to give them a very snappy, like, one-word name to refer to them all. But, like, it makes sense. In a world where this is possible, it would happen that people would decide upon a name for people that are able to do this. So I was like, yes, I am on board with the Shifters title. So hearing Freyr is just like, okay, that sounds a little silly, but let's see where this goes. I'm excited to see it. Frey, I thought I heard that somewhere before.
I'm asking the person within you.
Do you mean Tama? Or do you mean me? I don't... Am I in... Do I count as in him?
What?
Do I count as in Ryuki? I don't know if I necessarily count. I'm like... I'm like puppet mastering him, if anything.
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer?
Is this a branching pathway? That's what I'm wondering. Yes.
Hey, Ryuki.
As I thought. Then you've realized this world is fiction.
Hi.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Ryuki, what's gotten into you?
Then please tell me the nil number. If you truly are a Freyer, you should
The
know.
nil
it.
number. I don't know the nil number. There's the nil number. This is like when I find out that like I'm a part of something and there were t-shirts, but I didn't get a t-shirt because I missed it. Did I miss the nil number? I probably didn't miss the nil number. I just haven't found it yet.
So you don't know.
Correct.
In other words, you lied.
Yes!
Oh, good. She saw right through it. I thought that I could get her to keep talking if I fake my way through it.
Way to go.
What is a nil number? What is a Freyer? Frey.
This isn't... I'm...
Right. I remember now.
It was written on that sign.
Frey to free.
Oh...
Free can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said. Their ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its
Okay.
people.
I understand.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
Right.
We of Nyes are only involved in Bats 490, which we created half a year ago.
Okay.
We are not the ones who created the QR video.
Are you sure? Are you sure that no one in your organization has made this video?
The word Frey being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
That can't be just a coincidence.
Oh, but it can.
Are you sure?
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation, a false world created by a program.
Okay.
And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface.
Right.
We call such glitches seams.
Okay.
Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams. The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
I see.
What?
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
Oh, gosh. Is this a real thing? I'm assuming it's a real thing, and it vaguely sounds familiar. I'm gonna let it talk about it, because I'll probably be like, oh yeah, no, I have heard that.
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28th, 1943.
Okay.
A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship.
Oh my.
Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But
Okay.
as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished. Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia.
5 years later.
Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
Okay.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with low credibility.
Right. I relayed Thomas' story directly to Tokiko. Okay.
Yes, exactly. However, the story doesn't end there.
Okay.
When the
How does it
USS
end?
Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but
They were all descendants.
some of them had melted like a rotten banana. while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened.
Oh.
Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship.
You know that whole description? This melted like a rotten banana. Honestly, I know this wasn't like the intention, but my mind just went to Steins Gate. So, yeah. That's if you know, you know.
Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible.
Okay.
If a seam was torn, that is.
Impossible.
This is very interesting. I'm very curious as to if I had put in a nil number, if that's like an actual separate branch.
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
Yes, we do
I
apparently.
feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down.
Fair.
Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier?
That is a good question.
Is something like teleportation really possible?
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
Are you sure about that?
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Right.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
Okay.
My eyes?
Just do it.
Okay.
Rude. Oh, wow. Very
What the-
cool.
Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio Devita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there.
Right.
Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene.
Okay.
What you're looking
Cool.
at now is what I replicated using that data.
Very handy.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating.
Okay.
Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
All right, let's start looking around.
Okay, virtual reality activation. Hold on. Where is the mecca of otakus? Okay, well I need a definition of mecca. Mecca. Okay, so it's sort of like a capital city, sort of. Oh, okay. So it's like a holy site. Okay, then that would probably be Akiba. I would. Yep. Yep. Okay. Cool. So I wasn't for sure of the definition, so I was like, I don't understand how to answer this question. Okay. Well, I do want to quickly look at the flowchart to see. Unlimited sync. Once you clear a Somnium, you can select it as an unlimited sync with no time limit. Oh! Interesting. So I can, like, go back and just, like, experience all of the options. Okay. Very cool. I'm presuming that we're not out of this chapter yet, but I'm assuming that it's gonna diverge. Or can diverge. We'll see. Okay. There's a big
Looks
monitor
like it's there
here.
so the performers can check how they look on screen.
Okay. It's a camera. That body was shown to the entire world through this camera. This one specifically? There's an electric kettle here.
Maybe it's for having tea during breaks.
That seems to be likely, yes. Well, that's not creepy at all. Why are there so many mannequins back here? What?
These aren't good for much other than for show.
Right. No, seriously, why? I am not comfortable with that. And I don't even have a massive problem with mannequins. That's just a waste of space. Okay, so nothing really of importance beside the body.
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th.
Right.
Based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago.
Okay.
Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point.
Interesting.
It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors, someplace warm.
Okay. Corpse discovery situation. Rigor mortis was already fading and the body had somewhat softened by the time it was found. Okay.
What's this? Getting a better look at it. It looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread. No, even thinner.
Okay.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube.
Interesting.
Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The
Interesting.
diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
Dang.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs.
Ah.
I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way,
Thanks.
CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel.
Dang.
Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
The ceiling? Oh, hold on. Okay. Way down here.
That
The
way.
light switch.
Over by that red lamp.
Okay.
What's this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
CNT extending from corpse. The CNT extending from the corpse was threaded through the ceiling beam and tied to the light switch. Okay, the CNT extending from the corpse was threaded through the ceiling beam and then over to the light switch. There was a foreign object reaction from inside the corpse. CNT are kind of okay. It passed through the ceiling beams.
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right.
Pull it out.
The X-ray.
Okay,
Wow. I can switch to X-ray mode too.
very handy.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
Okay.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's, you know what?
Really, Tama?
Couldn't you have compared it to a fishhook or something?
Well, it won't come out easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Okay.
Of course not. A signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
Fair.
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
What's this? There's something inside the body.
Probably bombs.
3 things catch my attention. First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus. This
That's
is
a bomb.
probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily. The
Dang.
fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body.
Dang.
Finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
Dang. Okay. So that's how it lit on fire. Why did we have to do this for you to know that? Like, you...
Okay, it looks like we're pretty
You
much
scanned
done investigating
everything,
here.
so shouldn't you have known this already, like, yesterday?
Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep. Let's get on that now. First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared.
Okay.
Was it really just a power outage?
I was wondering about that too.
Well, the live stream continued,
The
so...
lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
Right.
The stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
Oh, whoa, hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold... Oh no. Can I break anything with this? Probably not.
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Yeah, let's not overthink this.
But no one was near the switch when the lights went out. Let's try to think of something else.
Okay. CNT
There were
extended...
bundled CMTs tied to the body.
Right.
They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
Correct.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
No, but it can fall. From the ceiling, I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
Okay.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
So
I
on to
see.
the next question.
Right.
The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right?
Right.
Then how did it fall?
The rigor
The
mortis.
culprit used the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis. The body must have been placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff.
Right.
But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down.
That is very interesting.
Now for the final question.
Right.
Why did the body explode and burn?
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray mode.
Oh, she's right there. Hold on. Hold on. How do I turn off X-ray? She's right there. Look at her. She's floating. I can't interact. My thought was when the light switch got turned back on, it ignited the thing.
It's because of the contraption set up inside the body.
Yes.
The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground.
Ah.
The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction.
Right. Okay.
The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse.
Right.
I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
Right. Okay. Very clever.
All right, I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
Okay.
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Okay.
Actor?
Well.
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator.
Okay.
Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting. So keep that in mind.
Oh dear.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I
Okay.
have no idea what you're going on about.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor! Too
Dang.
much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Academy Award.
Academy? Like, the nuts?
Enough! Let's get this started! Ready?
Action!
Action!
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed Jin.
Okay, you gotta put more of your heart into it, man.
Prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse.
Not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
Right.
I am an amateur.
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now.
Right.
Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well,
It was placed in the ceiling beams.
it was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis.
Right.
So that's how they did the light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward onto the light switch.
Right.
CNT
Okay.
is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
Right.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets softer soon.
Miyuki.
It needs to be soft and squishy! Like an octopus!
This scene makes no sense. I'm cutting it out.
Yeah.
You made me do it!
And after time
I'm
passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
I feel like the director's not giving clear enough guidance to the actors in question. She clearly has a certain vision for this production, and she is not conveying that
Body falls, and the
to
impact sets off the ignition agent
Ryuki,
inside it.
so he cannot accurately portray the character that she wants him to portray.
The fire travels up the fuse line.
So it is Tama's fault.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives.
Okay. Now the question is, who's the culprit? How did they get it to that location?
And that is the truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance and explosion.
Cut! Good work. I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was necessary.
Yeah, that was a little weird. A bit odd. Okay. Hopefully, we are going to be given some dialogue.
It all makes sense now.
Not some dialogue, but some dialogue prompts, so I can stop the episode.
That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Right.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Right.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
Correct.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign.
Yup.
All so they could spread that QR video.
Okay, I think I understand. But for now, we gotta stop. So, if you liked all of that, please let me know down in the comments. Maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you would like to watch the future videos, which for some reason are always apparently over there. Because every single episode, it feels like I'm gesturing this way for some reason. And I don't really know why. But apparently they're over there, even though that's not where the subscribe button is. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, do all that stuff, please. That would be very cool of you. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. So, see you next time.